guys, so I just showed you part one of a Dollar Tree haul. It was everything that wasn't books. I had mentioned in that haul, I even showed you guys, there's more behind me, not in a bag, how much I scored in the book section of this Dollar Tree trip. I mention all the time in Dollar Tree hauls, in my book reviews, how much I love checking out the book section. Most of the time I'll walk away with one, maybe two, some trips none at all. But this is the best I've ever scored. There has to be at least over 10 books here. We will definitely count it out and find out for sure. But I wanted you guys to see the amazingness. Because unless you watch like every single one of my hauls, you're not going to know that. So this way, it's perfect because you guys can see the amazing things you can score. I also mentioned this is a Dollar Tree that is outside my normal area. That's why sometimes you really have to like travel to score this stuff. And I'm not saying to make a special trip for Dollar Tree, but I specifically was in a different state for a food truck event. I do border Rhode Island. I'm in Mass, so it's not like it's very out of my way. So that's something me and my boyfriend enjoy every single Friday. I've been thinking about vlogging it because I know people have asked in the comments when I mentioned it. So if that's something that interests you, definitely let me know down below. But we were going to pass a Dollar Tree on our way home. So I told Joe, let's run in there. I had to grab some stuff, for Mother's Day anyway. So when I walked in, it was a huge one, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta check out these aisles. I gotta see the good things I can find in this store. So I have a huge book haul. Definitely check out part one with everything else, but let's get into the books. So most of these, if not all, I think all of them, no, I'm lying, are hardcover. I think two are soft cover, and you guys know hardcover books are expensive as hell. Let's see if don't mind me, heck. $27. I should add this up afterwards. I will put it in the description box, the cost of these. I have showed pictures on my Instagram before. Like, I'll take a picture of a book stack and I'll be like, value, $300 something. What I paid, $5.25, because it was like $1.25 each. You know what I'm saying? So this one is The Tenant. It's an internationally best-selling author, Catherine Imberg. And The Tenant, it says right here, it's a literary suspense from this internationally best-selling author. And it says it's two police detectives struggling to solve a shocking murder and stop a killer hell-bent on revenge. I'm not going to read the whole synopsis or we'll be here forever, but how good does that sound? For $1.25? Hell yeah. And I will tell you guys, I have gotten, like, of all the Dollar Tree books I've read, I have gotten a dud. I got one that I said, this is so corny. I guessed the ending before it even happened. I did not enjoy it at all. But there's been other Dollar Tree books that I have absolutely been obsessed with. So don't think just because it's at Dollar Tree, it's a shitty book. Here's another one. The Spite Game. Getting Even is a Long Game by Anna Snowcrosta, if I'm saying that right. This was regularly $15.99. Again, I got it for $1.25. It said, everyone does bad things when no one is watching. Mercilessly bullied in high school, Ava knows she needs to put the past behind her and move on. But she can't. Not until she's exacted precise, catastrophic revenge on the people who hurt her most. Doesn't that sound amazing? Ugh, love it. This one is The Impossible. This is everyone's cup of tea, but it sounded interesting to me. Regularly $28, and it's about a guy that goes on a journey. It says right here, it's a 932-mile solo crossing of the Antarctic in 2018. I don't know if this is based on a true story. Maybe, because the author, it says right here, Colin O'Brady is an explorer and elite endurance athlete who has set multiple world records and is a leading expert on mindset. Along his feet are the world's first solo, unsupported, and human-powered crossing of Antarctica. Speed records for the explorer's Grand Slam and the 7 summits, and reaching the highest point in all 50 U.S. states in a record-breaking 21 days. Wow. A Yale graduate, he's a sought-after public speaker whose talks and nonprofit work have inspired millions. Native to the Pacific Northwest, he now lives in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, as well as Portland, Oregon, with his wife. So this sounds like an amazing adventure to me. It does say it's his memoir. So yeah, it is based on a true story. It says Colin O'Brady's awe-inspiring memoir spans his triumphant recovery from a tragic accident. He fought his way back. But anyway, so I am definitely going to read this. That sounds really good. Again, all these books, like, over $20, except the soft covers. But those are still like $16. You know what I mean? This one, Eva Woods, Something Like Happy. It says a special book that will make you laugh through your tears and with its heartfelt take on happiness and friendship. Annie is stuck in her boring job with her irritating roommate in a life no 35-year-old would want. But deep down, she's still mourning the terrible loss that tore a hole through her perfect existence until she meets the eccentric Polly. Bright, bubbly, intrusive Polly is determined to wake her new friend up to life. Because if recent events have taught Polly anything, it's that your time is too short to waste a single day, which is why she wants Annie to join her on her mission. One happy thing each day for 100 days. So it goes into more detail, but that sounds really, really good to me. Maybe it'll give me some tips and tricks to be happy. So I grabbed that one. This one is called The Americans by Devin Murphy. It says it's the author of the nation bestsellers, The Boat Runner. Some of these, it's hard to find out what the original price was because Dollar Tree will cover it with their own sticker. The hard covers, it's always easy to see because it's on the inside flap. But the softer covers, it's harder to see. So this one was regularly $16.99. It says it right there at the bottom. I didn't check the last one, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the sticker off, to be honest with you guys. Sometimes they stick these on real good. But it was definitely over $10 at least, I would say. These, all these soft covers have been like $15.99, $16.99. So yeah. But this one, it says Western New York, 1978. Jamie, Lewis, and Connor watch their parents' destructive dance of loving, hating, and drinking. Terrence spends this year teaching his children about the natural world. They listen to the heartbeats of trees, track animal footprints, sleep under the star-filled sky. Despite these lessons, he doesn't show them how to survive without him. When these seasons of trying and failing to quit booze and be a better man are over, Terrence is gone. Along with their artistic mother, Catherine, and the Tumber children are left to grapple with the anger they feel for the one parent who deserted them and a growing of resentment for the one who didn't. As Catherine withdraws into her own world, Jamie throws herself into painting while her brothers smash out their rage in brutal, no-holds-barred football games with neighborhood kids. Once they leave, Jamie for college, Lewis for the Navy, and Connor for work, they don't look back, but Terrence does. Crossing the country, sobering up, and starting over have left him with razor-sharp regret. Terrence doesn't know that Jamie, now an academic, inhabits an ever-shrinking circle of loneliness, that Lewis, a merchant marine, fears life on dry land, that Connor struggles to connect with the sun he sees teetering on an all-too-familiar edge. He only knows that he has one last try to build a bridge through the years to his family. So that sounded really good to me, so I grabbed this one. Let's see the next one. This one is called The Degenerates. I think I'm saying that word correctly. The cover really intrigued me on this one. This one says ages 14 and up, and it was $18.99. And it says the Massachusetts school, from Mass, for the feeble-minded is not a happy place. No one pretends otherwise. Not Maxine, who is struggling to protect her younger sister Rose in an institute where vicious attendants and bullying girls rule. Not Alice, who is dropped off by her brother when he decides his growing family can't support a sister with a clubfoot. And not London, who has been dragged there for the best foster situation she's ever had. Diagnosed as morons, imbeciles, and idiots, these girls are determined to change their fates, but there are heavy costs to everything, even dreaming. Told in multiple voices, this fiery novel follows the rules of 4 young women locked away by a world that took the poor, the disabled, the marginalized, and institutionalized them for life. That sounded really good, so I grabbed this one. Alright, so I got 5 more to show you guys. This one is called The Answers, a novel. Catherine Lacey. This one was regularly $26. And it says right here, Mary Parsons is broke, dead broke, really. Between an onslaught of medical bills and a mountain of credit card debt, she has been pushed to the brink, hounded by bill collectors and still plagued by the painful and bizarre symptoms that doctors couldn't diagnose. Mary seeks relief from a holistic treatment called, I'm not even going to try to say that. They shorten it by calling it packing, P-A-K-I-N-G, because the treatment starts with P-A-K. Miraculously, it works, but packing is prohibitively expensive. Like so many young adults trying to make ends meet in New York City, Mary scours Craigslist and bulletin boards for a second job and eventually lands an interview for a high-paying gig that's even stranger than her symptoms or the new agey packing. Mary's new job title is called the Emotional Girlfriend in the Girlfriend Experiment, the brainchild of a wealthy and famous actor who has hired a team of biotech researchers to solve the problem of how to build and maintain the perfect romantic relationship, casting himself as the experiment's only constant. Several women orbit as his girlfriend with special functions. There's a maternal girlfriend who folds his laundry, an angry girlfriend who fights with him, a Madonna girlfriend who just hangs around his loft, a whole team of girlfriends to take care of intimacy. With little to lose, Mary falls headfirst into Kurt's messy, ego-driven simulacrum of human connection. I don't know how to say half those words, but this sounded really, really good. So I grabbed that. Again, regularly $26. This one is called Enchanted, Love, Magic, and Revolution. Regularly $18.99. Well, the last two were cheaper for hardcover books. And it says, Paris is a labyrinth of twisted streets filled with beggars, thieves, revolutionaries, and magicians. Camellia is one of them. She wishes she wasn't. And you got a whole map of Paris on the inside of here. I thought that was really cool. I remember I read all of these I don't go just by the cover, although the covers obviously interest me. But as long as the inside sounds good, I go for it. And it is based on older times, and it's a 17-year-old character because it talks about like Marie Antoinette and King Louis the 16th or whatever. But it sounded really, really good. It has like a little bit of magic in there, and she's trying to like hide her powers. And I was like, I'm gonna grab that. It's called Enchanted, so that doesn't surprise me. And then these two, this one is called Summerbird Blue. Regularly, let's see if this one says $18.99. And it says, Rumi spends a lot of time worrying she doesn't have the answers to everything. What to eat, where to go, whom to love. But there is one thing she is absolutely sure of. She wants to spend the rest of her life writing music with her younger sister, Leah. Then Leah dies in a car accident, and her mother sends Rumi away to live with her aunt in Hawaii while she deals with her own grief. Now, thousands of miles from home, Rumi struggles to navigate the loss of her sister, being abandoned by her mother, and the absence of music from her life. But with the help of the boy next door, a teenage surfer named Kai, who smiles too much and doesn't take anything seriously, and an 80-year-old named George, who succumbed to his own grief years ago, Rumi attempts to find her way back to the music to write the song she and Leah never had the chance to finish. This sounded wicked good. So I am like super pumped for all these books. And this one is a soft cover. I don't think I'm going to be able to find the price on this one. Let's see. The sticker is not agreeing with me. It looks like $10.99. Like I said, most soft covers, even a soft cover is going to be at least $10. Yeah, $10.99. And this one is called The Way It Hurts. You always hurt the ones you love. And it says, music is Elijah's life. His band plays loud and hard, and he'll do anything to get them a big break. He needs that success to help take care of his sister who has special needs. So he'd rather be practicing when his friends drag him to a musical in the next town until the lead starts to sing. Kristen dreams of a career on stage like her grandmother. She knows she needs an edge to get into a competitive theater program, and being the star in her high school musical isn't going to cut it. The applause and the attention only encourage her to work harder. Elijah can't take his eyes off Kristen's performance, and his swooning face is captured on camera and posted with an out-of-context comment. It goes viral. Suddenly, Elijah and Kristen are in a new spotlight as the online backlash spins out of control, and the consequences are bigger than they both could have ever imagined, because the threat doesn't stay online. It follows them into real life. That sounded really good. It says these are the other 3 books by that author. They all look really good. One says Send, it only takes 1 click. One is called Some Boys, and this one is called Nothing Left to Burn. And it looks like my kind of books, like, you know, something went viral and now it's really affecting this person's life. This one, you know, this one too, it only takes 1 click send. It's like all about, you know, like social media, or, you know, like social media presence, and how one little thing can cancel you kind of thing. So I always love books like this, so I grabbed that one. The last one is actually a children's book. I'm trying to think of someone I can give it to. I just could not leave it there. There was like a few children's books. The other ones didn't like intrigue me as much, but this one, I don't know. It says it's the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. The cover, just everything looks so cool about this book. There's even a quote from Weird Al. If you guys know who Weird Al is, comment down below. And it even says that this is the finest children's novel of all time. And it's about a leprechaun crime drag subgenre, is like how he explains it. It was regularly $17.99. It says, to gentle human readers of this book, from the officer of the deputy commission. Like, even just like how it's packaged is really cool. You have picked up the personal journals of one Ronan Boyle, the youngest and lowliest recruit to the secret guard, the Irish police force that handles the misdeeds of numerous magical creatures. Despite Roman's small size, horrible eyesight, and absurd number of allergies and social awkwardness, he knows he's the only one who can prove that his parents were unjustly imprisoned. To prove their innocence, Ronan must venture into Tirnanog, the land of the leprechauns. This account features hair-raising and disturbing tales of law-breaking leprechauns and a mysterious and probably evil man named Lord Desmond Dooley. It also features acts of heroism and sacrifice, deep and lasting friendship, reasonably priced food, and the world's best Irish wolfhound Lily. Read at your own risk. The only thing I wish there was like an age limit on here. Like, I have a nephew who's 8 or 9, and I think this might be too much for him. So either I have to hold on to it and give it to him in the future, or I can even just donate it, but I had to get this. I honestly really had to get it. And Thomas Lennon, which is the writer, it says he has written and appeared in many films and television shows, as well as a music video for Weird Al. This was his first novel. Weird Al even said, in my unbiased opinion, my good friend Thomas Lynn has written the best children's book. So, you know, it's supposed to be like, I know him, but the book's still really good. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,